It's a nice snowy day out here in New York, and there is no more fitting time to react to some drama slop indoors with my nice cup of tea and water next to me. We've got a new Rob's Media video about Brooke Houts. I remember way back in the day, Brooke Houts was like a massive situation. I think it was in 2019. Was it in 2019? I'm pretty sure it was 2019, where she was like caught basically abusing her dog live in 4K on like a leaked video. I think how it happened was actually like honestly kind of funny. Basically, like Brooke Houts was filming her vlog or filming her video for her YouTube channel, and I think in the video she forgot to edit out, like, I guess she had like a lot of raw footage and she forgot to edit out the part where she was spitting on her dog and like being abusive to her dog and pulling the dog and everything, and just like being absolutely like terrible to it. So yeah, if I didn't know any better, I'd say Hasan took some inspiration from her, if anything. Maybe they'd make a good couple, but that would make Taylor Lorenz very sad because she wouldn't be able to get with Hasan. Sad stuff.
I also want to apologize to anyone who was offended.
I want to apologize to anybody who was offended at me fucking pulling and spitting on my dog. Crazy stuff.
It has never been and will never be my intention to hurt or offend anyone.
Well, it was your intention to hurt the dog and control the dog, so it's tough stuff, Brooke. You're not apologizing because you feel sorry for it. You're apologizing because you were caught in 4K and you forgot to edit that shit out of your video. Crazy.
We love you.
That's crazy. She fucking pushed the dog. That's insane.
In light of a recent controversy I covered in my last video, I was reminded of the YouTuber Brooke Houts. Brooke was an up-and-coming content creator who made a fatal mistake, one that completely destroyed her reputation, and it all has to do with her treatment of animals, specifically her dog Sphinx. Today I want to look back at this controversy and analyze her multitude of responses that failed to save her online career. Brooke
I mean, like, the reality is that, like, she was caught in 4K. Just, like, literally pushing and abusing her dog. Like, it's a pretty cut and dry case of animal abuse. I do think it's crazy how we've shifted the goalpost from, like, this to then Hasan shocking his dog and, like, not as many people caring. I don't know, man. Like, obviously, like, I've already said my piece on the Colorgate stuff. Like, I think Hasan shocking his dog, like, it sounds like he is abusive to Kaya, and that's not right. And also, like, leaving a dog in place for, like, 4 hours straight for the entirety of the stream is a form of abuse as well. So, that's not right. Unfortunately, there's just nothing that we can do about it, and, like, a lot of people just don't seem to care about it, so I've kind of just, like, stopped giving it as much energy as I did in my previous coverage of it. I would say Brooke Houts is probably worse than Hasan, just for the fact that the abuse was a lot more explicit and physical. Not to say that what Hasan is doing isn't abusive.
Started her YouTube channel in November 2015, during her junior year of high school. The following year, her channel would see rapid growth, mainly due to her vlogs, prank videos, makeup tutorials, and even storytime videos. She was clearly inspired by channels like Tana Mojo, who would clickbait people of crazy stories in order to get views.
He fucked me with a toothbrush!
Some of Brooke's biggest
Honestly, it's kind of crazy. You know, like, imagine getting fucked by a toothbrush. Isn't that just, like, masturbation for women, though? Like, you could, in theory, just use anything. Like, if it wasn't a toothbrush, it would be something else. Like, I feel like that's just, like, that would be like me saying, I jacked off to porn last night. That's, like, I feel like that's not different than saying anything like that. I don't know, man.
hits were videos where she describes her supposed haunting, claiming that a ghost followed her home from work. I tried watching these, but they're super fucking boring. I'll play a clip, but here's a timestamp if you want to skip it. I don't want any of my viewers to get seizures from hearing her annoying Valley Girl voice.
There's been so many times where I've been—
That's crazy, Rob's Media. Jesus Christ. What do you got against Valley Girls? I guess maybe that they were a little more fortunate than some other women, I guess? I don't fucking know.
downstairs, and especially in my kitchen, I'll just be making food, probably potatoes, because like, you know me. You know, your girl's hungry, I gotta eat, I gotta get some food in my body. And then I'll get rudely interrupted, might I add. Excuse me, ghost.
Okay, you know what? I'm starting to see what Rob's Media was talking about. Maybe you were right, Rob's Media. I thought, damn, like, what did Rob's Media have against that? And then he played a clip. I was like, okay, you know what? I totally get it now. It's a little bit grating.
Excuse me. Because I'll see movement out of the corner of my eye, and it'll look like a person is standing there, or a shadow, or I'll see like a white flash, or I'll just see like a figure, and then I'll look and nothing will be there. And so
whoa! Do you think that she has like some form of maybe like psychosis or something? I don't know.
sometimes I do think my mind is playing tricks on me, because I'll look over and it'll really be like a dark jacket or something like that. But other times I'll look over and it'll just straight up be a blank wall. Sometimes there's just no explanation. Keeps things interesting in the household, let me tell you.
It was the ghost of my dog coming back from the dead to fucking abuse me.
Day is an adventure.
If you're going to claim a ghost followed you home, you might as well go all out. Film yourself sleeping, and allow the ghost to go gorilla mode on you. Seemingly after...
Honestly, the whole Lance Stewart arc was an interesting time for the internet. It was when Vine was in its prime, and... yeah, I wonder how Lance Stewart is doing nowadays. Like, he kind of fell off. I guess he made a lot of money, so he's, like, set up for the next decade or two, maybe.
High school, Brooke would move out to Los Angeles, stupidly thinking she could become a successful actress. To my knowledge, the only significant acting role she got was in an obscure show called Interracial, where she plays a girl named Molly, who cheats on her boyfriend with her black friend, essentially cucking him.
Aww, that's tough.
Stay.
Every Valley Girl's, I guess, wet dream? Is it a wet dream for every Valley Girl? I don't fucking know.
Perfect. We have this whole room to ourselves. We can just talk.
Bro, this is literal porn acting. Like, you cannot convince me otherwise. This is like if you showed me this scene out of context, this would be like a scene from like a porn video or something. Like, I will die on that hill. You can't convince me otherwise.
No. Yeah, no, just stay for 5 minutes. Just hear me out.
For what? What you mean?
Please, just talk. No, just talk with me.
Oh my
Please.
god. Oh. Fuck it.
Ooh, damn, that's gotta suck.
By mid-2018,
His frat brothers are watching his brother get cucked live in 4K.
she reached 300,000 subscribers, though her views soon dipped. The market for beauty vloggers became oversaturated during the late 2010s, and Brooke's content was...
Yeah, in 2018 and 2019 specifically, and then the whole fucking Toddy Westbrook and James Charles drama happened, and that was, like, so stupid, because didn't, like, Toddy Westbrook lie about a bunch of stuff? I don't think James Charles is a particularly great person, but, like, I'm pretty sure Toddy Westbrook lied about a bunch of stuff about James Charles.
wasn't anything special.
And that video, like, that, like, hit piece got, like, 45 million views because so many people love T, I guess.
What did begin to attract more viewers was content she produced for new puppy, Sphinx. Sphinx is a Doberman, a very hyperactive and large breed that definitely requires more training than most dogs.
One of the reasons why I got a Doberman is because they do learn so quickly. He is a puppy, he's 10 months old, he just turned 10 months old probably when you're watching this. We've already done so much today, we've already gone on a walk. I've played with him, he's played with Wednesday for like an hour. He's like run around the living room, he's done zoomies, he's done laps, sister. We could go on like a 4-hour hike, bro, and he would not be asleep. He would be ready to play. Dobermans, if you don't know, are very high energy task dogs.
Brooke adopted him in late 2018.
Yeah, so, like, my thing is, if she is caught, like, abusing the Doberman, like, live in 4K, like, you should probably, like, what that clip tells me is that she's basically acknowledging that Dobermans are very high maintenance, and you have to give them a lot of attention. A lot of dogs are, just to be clear, but Dobermans are, like, taking care of a normal dog, like, threefold. Like, you have to do that more and more, and it takes a lot out of you, so it's one thing if I guess Brooke got, like, stressed out by it, that would be one thing, but, like, she literally was caught, like, spitting on her dog in 4K and getting upset at the dog. That's fucking insane work.
Claiming she got him off Craigslist. If I had a nickel for every time the alleged dog abuser got their pet off Craigslist, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right? The content she produced was...
Wait, did Hasan get his dog off fucking Craigslist? I actually have no idea. Is that actually like a legitimate thing? Hold on. Okay, I guess not. Hasan Parker's dog, Kaya, was adopted from an animal rescue in North Macedonia, not Craigslist. I don't know who Hasan Piker is. I know Hasan Parker, but I guess it's not from Craigslist. It was from a animal rescue. Fair enough, I guess.
Sphinx became pretty popular, usually reaching over 500,000 views. That's pretty damn good, especially compared to her other content, which would struggle to reach 50,000 views. After watching some of these videos, I honestly get the impression that she's butthurt about this, as most of her viewers tuned in to watch her dog, and not her.
I'm sorry if you can't see my face right now. Actually, I'm not sorry. This is all you want to see anyway. This is now Sphinx channel. Can you say subscribe? I have to go to Target, get him dog food, get myself a new razor, which no one cares about because this video is about Sphinx. But yeah, that's facts.
Oh, okay, so I guess maybe she's just like really upset about that, and she's upset that the channel's not about her at that point. Maybe that leaked through into the abuse. That doesn't make the abuse okay, but it certainly would clue us into maybe why she was starting to feel that way. I thought, like, it's been a while since I've tuned into the Brooke Houts story, so all I remember was that, like, the abuse was so bad that she would, like, spit on her dog and then push her dog and then, like, pull the dog as well. It was, like, it obviously was, like, a clear-cut example of abuse. But I thought that the story was going to be that, like, Brooke did that because she was so sick of taking care of a Doberman and she got, like, so overwhelmed by it. But instead, she legitimately is just upset that the dog is more popular than she is. That's sad.
Viewers would question her training of Sphinx.
For the dog, not for her, is what I meant.
Such as the use of a prong collar. Though it's not like those types of collars are meant to choke the dog, as many wrongfully assume. Though there were actual red flags presented in these vlogs, such as one where she admits to letting her dog sleep in a dark closet. The excuse being that our bedroom is too bright.
Every morning what happens is he wakes me up by whining. He's crate trained, so he sleeps in his crate, which I put in the closet, which you might be like, isn't that like kind of low-key Harry Potter, bro? Like, why would you put your dog in the closet to go to bed? In my room, one of the blinds are broken. No jumping.
The fact that she acknowledged that it could be like a legitimate form of abuse and she still does that is kind of fucking insane to me. Like, she literally is just, like, flat out justifying it, and nobody seemed to, like, bat an eye until we saw, like, the explicit evidence of the abuse.
This is going so well. In my room, one of the blinds are broken, so I can't close my window all the way. At least where I live in LA, it's very bright all the time. The smog really just lights up the sky at night, you know what I'm saying? You can see basically most of LA from my window, so all the city lights come in and it's super bright, and it's hard for him to sleep when it's like really bright. I mean, I know that sounds kind of weird. He's more calm when he's like in complete darkness, obviously, at night, and your girl wants a full night's sleep.
Brooke just chucks her dog into the pit of despair every night. Got him locked up in solitary confinement, instead of simply putting his kennel in the living room.
Hey man, listen, it's just a Mr. Beast challenge. It can't be that bad, right? Surely.
Even stranger is that, in this same vlog, she talks about how Sphinx was attacked by another dog. Instead of immediately taking him to the vet, she says it's best to wait it out.
The reason why I thought today would be a great day to do a day in the life of Sphinx is because I have a vet appointment for him at 5:30 p.m. I think. If you don't know, another dog attacked him at the dog park a couple weeks ago and he's had a limp ever since then. Actually, in the past couple days, it's gotten so much better. They say
if your dog is hurt, or if any of your pets are hurt for that matter, wouldn't it make sense to try to schedule an appointment as soon as you can? Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you wait a while before signing up? Like, it would be one thing if they made you wait because, like, obviously appointments can fill up and other people need vet appointments, sure. But, like, why would you wait for your dog? That makes no sense to me. Like, listen, if my pet is in any fucking danger, or I guess is, like, hurt in any way, I'm taking them to the vet as soon as I can. Like, as soon as any appointment allows me to.
you're supposed to wait to see if it goes away on its own because it could have just been like a sprain or something.
It's like if your kid got his leg broken, and instead of rushing him to the ER, you just tell him to walk it off. The injury
That's crazy work.
wasn't anything small either. She mentions not being able to walk him around the neighborhood.
The thing is, I don't want him to get too much exercise right now. Like, I don't want him to put too much strain on his leg because it's already kind of injured still. And I don't want to make it worse. Like, I want to make sure he's healing. So right now, I'm not really taking him on walks around the neighborhood. Also because I can tell it's uncomfortable for him. It's not just like an excuse. I'm not like, I'm lazy and I don't want to walk.
Brooke ended up canceling this vet appointment, funnily enough, claiming the injury got better.
I actually canceled his appointment at 5 o'clock because he's doing so much better, and honestly, I think he's healing just fine on his own.
I wonder if her interpretation of information is even, like, worth taking into account here, because, like, we know that behind the scenes she has, like, a completely different, I guess, interpretation of it. And what if it was her that gave her the injury and not the dog, what was it? The other dog that, like, bit into her? Because that's what I'm thinking. Like, if we know that Brooke is abusive to the dog, how do we not know that she's the one that gave the injury and she's just making up a story here to try to make it seem like the dog got an injury from something else entirely?
I think it's exactly what I thought it was, just a sprain. Stop jumping on me.
Now, even if you believe her on that, she really should have taken him to the vet regardless, because Sphinx needed his shots.
I just want to make sure that...
Yeah, I definitely would have taken the animal to the vet as soon as possible. Maybe she didn't take him to the vet, because if my theory is correct, it's been a while since I've tuned into this story, so I do not remember every single detail, and I could be getting shit wrong. But if my theory is correct and she's making up a story here, it would also explain why she's not going to take him to the vet, because then the vet would figure out, oh wait, these injuries are not from a bite at the dog park, and they would figure out that she's full of shit and that she's lying.
He's all good, get him checked out. I think he's also due for like a couple more shots, so we shall see.
Brooke is an anti-vaxxer, completely confirmed. Sphinx totally...
Oh my god, that's crazy. Anti-vaxxer before it was anti-vaxxers were a thing. I mean, anti-vaxxers have always been a thing. Never mind, that doesn't make any sense.
He doesn't need those shots. After getting bitten in the leg by another dog, fuck his health. She needed to stay home and film more vlogs. This expensive LA apartment isn't gonna pay for itself. But those details are minor when compared to her next doggy vlog, a video titled Plastic Wrap Prank on My Doberman, which she uploaded on August 6, 2019. The video premise was...
Oh my god, she's in the same clothing. I recognize that clothing. She's in the same fucking clothing as the abuse video.
Was already strange enough, with her trying to pull a little goof on her 8-month-old puppy by having him run into plastic wrap.
Okay guys, what's up everyone? It's your girl Brooke here today. For this
Oh my god.
video, I wanted to prank my dog. She's over there. I put plastic wrap on the door. I'm gonna have him run out. We're just gonna see what he does. I don't know. Okay.
The dog is too smart, and so that causes Brooke to abuse the dog. Crazy.
Okay. I get it. That was too easy. That was too easy.
This prank doesn't really work, but it's jarring that she's trying it in the first place. What's the joke here exactly? That your dog is gonna run into the plastic like a skit of an old Wile E. Coyote cartoon? But this wasn't what upset people. It was instead footage that Brooke accidentally left in. Now usually, if this sort of thing happens, it's a simple mistake, where the person leaves in footage of a bad take, or them doing something gross. Nothing to worry about.
So this...
No, yeah, it's, You want to talk about massive oversight? I think we're talking probably the biggest oversight in any oversights before the Epstein files shit happened, where the government redacted files, but then you could just like highlight the files and copy and paste what was in those redacted files anyways. That was also a pretty damn big oversight. But before that, we had the Brooke Houts leaving in footage of her abusing the shit out of her dog in 4K.
little infographic, as you can see right over here, is all cutesy. This was a... Now, if you're looking at this cutesy...
Oh, incredible. We love Mr. Mudahar here.
Little infographic.
I think people are too mean to Mudahar. Like, listen, I think that Mudahar, like, obviously that one Nick Andros hit piece, which I didn't react to on the channel, kind of like showed a history of Mudahar lying about the whole engineer stuff that he did or whatever. Like, I don't think that's that big of a deal, personally. I think it's, like, obviously it's a history of it. It's, like, okay, he probably exaggerated his expertise on it a little bit. But at the same time, I don't think Mudahar is, like, a bad person. Like, I feel like people kind of, like, treat him as, like, a lolcow when he's not really that much of a lolcow, to be honest.
But Brooke left in an entire minute-long blooper where she beats the shit out of her dog. No, I'm not shitting you. I can't show most of this due to YouTube's TOS, but I'll describe it the best I can. I'll leave links to the archived footage if you want to verify anything I'm saying. Brooke can be seen pushing Sphinx to the ground, yelling into his ear, and spitting on him, like she were a shitty meme turned crypto scammer.
Yeah, tough stuff.
Well, as you can tell. Stop!
She spits on the dog, too. That's crazy. Like, it's one thing if you, like, hold the dog down and they keep being energetic to you and you're like, hey, stop it, enough. Like, you hold them in place instead of, like, pushing them or, like, hitting them. You like, restrain them a little bit and you're like, hey, come on, dog, stop it, enough. Like, you're like that. But she not only does she scream stop at him, which is a little more aggressive, but she has to spit on the dog as well. That's insane.
Sphinx continues running around, trying to be playful, which easily annoys Brooke. She resorts to pushing him aggressively, before yelling at him to lay down.
We love you. We love you, or whatever. We love you. We love you.
That's insane. Jesus fucking Christ. Fucking shoving your dog and pushing them like that is insane work.
Yeah, how the fuck do you leave that in the video?
Yeah, that's a pretty big oversight. I don't know. Maybe, you know what? Maybe when she was editing the video, does she even edit the video? I don't fucking know. But maybe when she was editing the video, she, I guess, hit Control-Z accidentally a couple times and then left it in. I don't know, man. I don't know how that happened, to be honest with you. Because I watch over every single video that I edit, and I try my best to edit out any, like, awkward pausing and all that, like, shit.
It reminds me of that mom who recorded her son crying, and forgot to edit out her instructions.
Act like you're crying, really quick.
I am crying.
Go like this.
No, Mom, I'm actually seriously crying.
No, I know, but go like this for the video.
This behavior from Brooke
That's fucking insane.
is abusive. She's hitting her dog.
Yeah, pretty clear-cut 4K, caught in 4K abusing your dog. Crazy stuff.
And causing unnecessary harm.
I mean, Hasan is also in Cali as well, so I think her and Hasan would make a good couple. Although, again, like I said, I feel like that would make Taylor Lorenz very sad. And then Taylor Lorenz would devise a plan to, like, become Agent 47 and try to, like, go after Brooke Houts or something just so she can have Hasan all to herself. It's kind of crazy. The narcissists fight each other. Battle of the narcissists.
He made the grave mistake of not sitting still for a YouTube video.
Stupid dog! You made me look bad!
God damn it. That's so stupid. Oh, that's so dumb. I love Courage the Cowardly Dog. I grew up with Courage the Cowardly Dog, and when you have this shit playing, it's... Oh my god. Oh, that's so dumb.
Its behavior Brooke herself would criticize. I mean, she even said that dogs respond badly to punishment training.
Dogs do not respond well to punishment training where there's like a punishment or a backlash for not doing the right thing. So that's just how we do it.
Brooke would issue
So she obviously was, like, putting out a front for her audience.
a Twitter response that exact same day, writing it out on her phone's Notes app, which I feel like makes you automatically guilty. I won't read out the whole thing for time's sake, but I'll go.
I mean, I don't think the phone notes app necessarily makes you guilty, but I guess maybe she wanted to get something out quickly. But either way, like, obviously, like, there's nothing that she can say that'll make this any better whatsoever.
Go over the main points. It has
Like, it's pretty clear cut that she was, like, verbally and, like, physically abusive to the dog, so there's not really much else she can say that'll make it better.
a bad start to it.
Except, Hasan, maybe you'll be my future partner or something.
With Brooke admitting that this apology won't be effective. She claims she was in a bad mental state when the video was filmed, though simultaneously says she isn't trying to play the victim card. It's such a great excuse. More people should try this in their apologies. Maybe Alex should have brought this point up. Finally, a good justification for beating his girlfriend. He was just having a bad day, guys. He woke up on the wrong side of the bed that morning. Brooke
He woke up on the bad side of the bed and decided to pull a brick from his wall. Terrible stuff, man. That damn brick!
next excuse is that her dog wasn't in audible pain, as if he has to be whimpering and whining for it to be abused. She denies the Haktua allegations, saying she never spit on her dog, even though you can hear her do it. Brooke...
Damn. You know, if she spits on her dog like that, just imagine how she spits on a guy in the bedroom. Just think about it for a second.
ends the response by saying she'll train him more, and won't ever hit her dog again, though this statement failed to convince people. One of the biggest voices against Brooke was Logan Paul, which is funny for multiple reasons. For one, he calls her out on being performative and inauthentic, which I do agree with, despite the hypocrisy. She definitely is.
Well, did Logan Paul ever get fucking caught abusing someone in 4K? I mean, I don't know. Like, Logan Paul had the whole Suicide Forest controversy back in 2018, which was obviously disgusting, and that, was probably the controversy of the year. But I don't know if Logan Paul was, ever abusive, necessarily. I guess maybe Rob's Media is specifically talking about, how Logan Paul has, an on-camera personality and an off-camera personality. That's very common for a lot of content creators. It's just more darker in this case because the off-camera personality of Brooke Houts is incredibly nasty and horrific.
In terms of her online persona, putting on an act to seem cheery and unproblematic. Logan also calls Brooke's behavior grotesque, which it definitely is. But this is coming from the same guy who abandoned his pet pig, possibly leaving it to die. And also
wait, Logan Paul did that? I don't fucking know the details of that.
Took a fish out of its pond in order to perform CPR on it.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's, typical Logan Paul things, I guess.
Still breathing.
Yo, I feel like putting him on land is not...
What do I do?
No.
CPR?
No, dude, I think
No.
putting
You
him
gotta
on
put
land
it
is
back.
worse. Put him back in the water.
Okay, you gotta get oxygen circulating through his lungs. I'm not a doctor, but I do know the more oxygen that's in your lungs, the more better you're able to live.
So
That's a fucking fish, you idiot. Jesus Christ.
I think the ultimate life lesson here is to never trust YouTube vloggers around animals. It's almost as bad as trusting a Minecraft YouTuber around kids. I don't
Honestly, it's the worst.
doubt Logan was upset by the controversy.
Except when it's Call Me Carson, who literally didn't do anything wrong, though.
I'm sure he'd be okay with it if Brooke hung Sphinx in the
But if it's someone like Ziphilophagus, then you're in trouble.
Suicide Forest. A petition was made on change.org to remove Brooke off YouTube, with it receiving more than 1,800 signatures. It clearly wasn't enough to get YouTube's attention, though Brooke did remove the video on her own. She re-uploaded it the next day, with the offending footage removed, as if that'll help at all. On August 8th, it was reported by The Verge that the LAPD was now involved. They said, "Our Animal Cruelty Task Force has received numerous complaints about the video you're speaking of, and we are currently looking into the matter."
The LAPD is confirming to Eyewitness News this morning that the department is investigating a well-known YouTuber for animal abuse. This is the most recent post by Brooke Houts, but not the video that's being investigated. That video is uncut footage of her and her dog, which is still in training. It shows her pushing the Doberman around and yelling at him. Houts apologized on Twitter, acknowledging she should have reacted differently, but says she is not an animal abuser and her dog was never hurt.
This investigation ended up going nowhere. The LAPD told BuzzFeed that Brooke's actions didn't rise to the level of animal cruelty, though just because they wouldn't criminally charge her for that
doesn't necessarily mean that she didn't do anything wrong.
Mean she's innocent. She was still acting abusively towards her dog, and this decision didn't stop the online outrage. There's this one video I want to highlight from the YouTuber Tay Mimi, who showcased the previously
Oh yeah, I've heard of her. I've seen her around in the, recommended.
mentioned red flags. Though one I've declined to mention up until now is speculation that Brooke left Sphinx in her car to a laser hair removal appointment. The reason why is so that she can take him to get his ears wrapped afterwards.
I'm gonna go to Laser Away and then I'm also bringing Sphinxy Boy because we have to go and get his ears wrapped again. I'll explain that process more in the car, but we need to go. Only in LA does it take 20 minutes to drive 3 miles. This actually works out though because I thought it was gonna be 30 minutes to get there and we would have been kind of late, but it looks like we're gonna get there just in time, so God bless, hallelujah. Anyway, like I said, we're getting my puppy's ears wrapped again. If you guys don't know, he got his ears cropped a while ago. Don't worry, I did it in the most literal, humane way, most expensive way possible. When I tell people that, they freak out. They act like I took him into a back alley somewhere and had a guy with scissors do it for $5.
Honestly, it sounds like the kind of thing that you would do, given, everything that we've seen in this video up until this point, that, I wouldn't doubt that whatsoever, Brooke, to be honest.
Faye suspects that Brooke later cancelled Sphinx's appointment, as by the end of the video, he's shown without his ears wrapped. So I think it's safe to assume that she left her dog in the car for no reason, leaving him to burn up in the hot Californian sun.
It really just like goes to show that like Brooke is obviously like, even if Brooke wasn't like abusing the dog intentionally, like she wasn't trying to like, you know, beat the dog or whatever, if she wasn't explicitly abusing them like physically, she's still not responsible enough to have like a pet, very obviously so. Like there's obviously like a massive amounts of neglect that goes into it, but what makes it even worse is the neglect heavily ties into like the physical abuse that manifests with it as well.
Michael, don't leave me here. Michael.
On September 19th, Brooke would take another shot at making an apology, this time in the form of a video. And in my opinion, this is one of the worst apologies in YouTube history. It's
really? I mean, like, literally, Sienna May's apology was definitely up there. Listen, I think the Sienna May situation is, like, very nuanced. I haven't covered the Sienna May situation. I think a lot of people are very, just, like, I don't know. There's a lot about the Sienna May situation that is much more than what it was portrayed, I'll say. Because there's, like, a lot of nuanced conversations about, you know, kids drinking alcohol unsupervised in a content creator household, and the adults, like, being in charge of the content creator household need to be more responsible when it comes to situations like that, and it's steamrolled in a very nasty situation. I think the internet definitely, I don't know, it's just, like, it's a whole thing. But I will say, her dancing apology it's up there. It's one of the worst apologies on YouTube. Same for but, like, Colleen Ballinger's is easily the worst. Like, that's like, Colleen Ballinger's was career destruction.
Nowhere near as bad as Colleen Ballinger's or Sienna May's, but it is up there. Brooke starts out...
I don't know, is it actually?
Like,
obviously, like, when I look at Brooke Houts' apology, it just seems like it's a standard, typical YouTuber apology. It's what you would expect when they get caught in 4K doing something really awful.
Yes, thanking people for talking about this controversy.
I want to say thank you to anyone who has reached out about this topic or engaged in this discussion over the past month or so. I just want to genuinely say thank you, because I...
Thank you guys for catching me in 4K, like, fucking abusing my dog. Great. Wow. What a great start.
I think as a society, it is so important that we continue to talk about things we feel need to be talked about.
It is so important to virtue signal in every single video to keep my platform.
Guys, as a society, we have to stop hitting our dogs. Look at Batman. That guy hits dogs.
And I also want to apologize to...
They kill dogs in Modern Warfare 2. They kill those damn canine units that are overpowered in the fucking kill streak in my Modern Warfare 2 game. God damn it, bro.
Anyone who was offended. It has never been and will never be my intention to hurt or offend anyone. Ever.
I'm glad you first apologized for hurting people's feelings, and not for brutalizing your dog like you were Kenshiro.
I'm not going to sit here and try to justify my actions. I'm just not going to do that.
Okay. So why are you here then?
But...
I'm not going to try and justify my actions, but...
What I will say is I have never intentionally, willfully, or maliciously hurt an animal, and
yeah, we know that's a fucking lie based off of the leaked footage that you accidentally left in your video.
I never will. What I have done, however, is I've taken this time, this past month or so, to further educate myself in
okay, further educate myself. Get the fuck out of here.
Animal training.
This is like, I'm so over this like virtue signal. You could tell that like this is just such a bullshit apology.
And in animals in general.
I didn't hit my dog maliciously. Yeah, that checks out. You apparently had no control over yourself. The only way for her...
Well, she probably didn't have control over herself, to be honest with you. She obviously has, like, an inner issue that she needs to work on, but, you know, that's still not an excuse to go and fucking hit your dog and abuse the shit out of them.
Hit Sphinx emotionally...
And then fucking spit on your dog, so...
...was if it was by accident. I don't think you can accidentally shove, spit, and scream at your dog all in unison. Unless somehow a demon took control of her mind and forced her to do these things. Brooke
It's Bob from Twin Peaks. It took over her mind.
also claims she's gonna take the time to learn about animals, which she should have done in the first place before getting a dog like this.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's like, I was thinking about that, but I was just like, wait, if you're educating yourself on taking animals, shouldn't you have done that when you were getting your Doberman to begin with? Especially considering Dobermans are, like, much more high maintenance than a lot of other breeds when it comes to dogs.
I don't think someone like Brooke should be near animals, but she keeps finding a way.
I'm now a volunteer at a local animal welfare organization, and
Ooh, that's fucking crazy. It's just like Adolf Hitler. He's like, hey guys, I know I genocided 6 million Jews, but now I have a job at the Holocaust Museum for the thing that I did, you know?
so I'm really happy and excited about that.
Yep, after being called out for abusing an animal, she's now working at an animal welfare organization. It's like allowing EDP 445 to work at a daycare after the Alex Rosen sting.
Honestly, also kind of based. But then Nick Shirley will say that, like, EDP is in on the fraud at the daycare.
Those kids better not have—
Make sure that EDP is not at Minnesota. Actually, that would probably be the perfect place, because Nick Shirley then says that there's no kids in the daycare, and so EDP would be, like, all there by himself in the subliminal darkness where he probably belongs, let's be real. Any place that's subliminally dark with no one around is probably where EDP belongs.
a cupcake in their lunchbox. Brooke then encourages random people who see her out in public to approach her, naively thinking they treat her with respect.
So, thank you for speaking out about things that matter to you. I don't know if anyone has ever said this. This might sound kind of weird, but I just want to encourage you that if you see me in public, I want you to come up to me. Have a genuine conversation with me. I would love to get to know you, and I would love—
Wait. So, if you I'm a big giant content creator. If you see me in public, have a conversation with me. I want to get to know you better. Holy fuck, bro. If Call Me Carson said this in any of his response videos, bro, the children would have a fucking field day with this. You're trying to fuel the parasocial relationships! Now, to be fair, there is a legitimate conversation, right, about, like, actual parasocial relationships. We weren't having these conversations back in 2019. So, obviously, like, those boundaries weren't as much in place as they are today. But, like, I don't know. If I ever become a big content creator on this channel, I'd like to eventually, but if I ever do, I don't want to encourage people to get to know me on the channel. Like, that is only for, like, maybe, like, people that I really, really trust. Like, aside from that, like, I'm not here to be your friend. Like, if you enjoy my content, you enjoy my content, but I'm not here to be friends with you. That's just, like, the boundary that I'm setting.
for you to get to know me. And for any YouTuber or other influencers or other public figures even who have commented on this situation, I pray that one day we can meet, because I would love to show you who I really am, and I would love to show you my true heart and personality.
Hey, aren't you that bitch who beat up her dog? I just can't imagine Brooke's dream scenario happening. Did anyone else—
Yeah, I would love to get to know you, and I'd love for you to get to know me and stuff. It's just so weird.
see Brooke out in public and actually try to talk to her? There's probably two—
She's so lucky that this apology was made in 2019, because people would have a field day with her trying to fuel parasocial relationships back in the day. But I guess even then she's not so lucky, because this response is still very dog shit.
100 other wannabe influencers walking around LA. She's not exactly easy to spot. Brooke then ends the video by saying she'll donate the proceeds to another animal welfare organization, and then she tries forcing a tear in order to fake cry. This didn't go over well, with the hordes of negative comments leading Brooke to eventually delete the apology. By 2020, the rest of the channel had been purged of content, and she went quiet on social media. That was until the YouTuber Chris Mangos decided to interview her for a mini documentary. Chris tries to present this as an unbiased look into the real Brooke Houts, the Brooke we don't normally get to see on camera, but this dude has a clear personal bias, as he's friends with Brooke's old roommate, which is how he managed to score this interview in the first place.
Ah, interesting. Okay. And maybe he had a thing for Brooke, who knows?
He pretty much spends the whole video glazing her up, presenting her as an innocent victim of cancel culture.
When people hear the name Brooke Houts, they automatically see her as her scandal. The second I told my friends that I wanted to do this video, they all said the same exact thing: don't do it. Probably because of the outcome, that I would get a lot of hate.
Oh, this guy is so gay. Like, listen, I love gay people. Gay people are amazing. They're fantastic. One of my best friends is gay. Shout out to you, Z King, if you're watching this video. Like, listen, I don't want to... I'm not trying to be that guy, but it's like, the fucking... Like, defending animal abuse is just not the take to have. Like, we all saw what happened to Brione, and to be fair, I think Brione did it, like, way less egregiously than this person is doing it. But, like, Brione, even so, like, you're still defending something that is indefensible, and that's obviously not going to resonate with a lot of people, and in fact, that's actually going to get a lot of people to be upset with you, so... Yeah, man, probably just not the take to have. You probably could have kept quiet about this instead of making, like, a weird fluff piece for Brooke.
Or just because they thought that this person didn't deserve another chance. But that's not who I am. Our generation is quick to cancel people just because of their mistakes, and I'm the person that wants to know why they did it and who are they personally. So I did this video to get all the answers everyone has been wondering.
Despite Brooke trying to own up to her actions, she still downplays the hell out of it.
There was no reason for me to ever do that, and so it's just what happened, unfortunately. And like, every day I think about it, and every day, of course, I wish that I had done things differently and that I hadn't had...
Honestly, Hasan could see a lot of potential in this woman. Hasan could look at her and go, damn, that's a valley girl, and she be abusing dogs? Damn. It's like a match made in heaven. Brooke Houts and Hasan. But again, dude, Taylor Lorenz would be really upset. She'd look at this and go, man, why didn't Hasan choose me? Come on.
Made that mistake, but again, I do believe that everything happens for a reason, and because that video, you know, got put out there for everyone to see, I learned so much, and I still continue to learn every single day.
The interview didn't gain a lot of traction, only having 22,000 views, and all of the comments are shitting on this guy, and rightfully so. This is like Walmart Shane Dawson. Holy shit. David Barca was spittin'. So, a month later on March 6, 2020, Brooke began uploading on YouTube again. She put out this video titled, Where I've Been, which is just 12 minutes of her rambling. She merely alludes to the controversy with Sphinx, being as vague as possible in order to sweep it under the rug. She mentions going to therapy and now wants to make videos for herself, and not her audience.
I want to create videos...
I wonder how the conversations with the therapist would go. Would she, like, not be as, like, forthcoming when it comes to the presentation of information? Because I feel like that's what Minilad did with his controversy, is he, like, didn't actually open up about anything in the controversy. He just went for his own mental health, and that was it. Which, granted, like, obviously, like, you go to therapy, that's fine and all, but, like, I don't know. The moment you start, like, messing around with kids online or you abuse animals, that's kind of crazy work.
I want to create for myself, and it took me a while to realize that, as simple as it sounds. For a while I was thinking, well, what would people want to see? What would make people happy to see on my channel? And the response to that would be to delete it. No, I'm kidding.
Honestly, Brooke, I wouldn't be so quick to ignore that advice, especially seeing the content she would end up putting out. During her time away, Brooke met a man named Teal, who is clearly a big fan of hers. She became extremely religious, and began incorporating that aspect of her life into her content.
Oh, no! I thought on the back of my mind, there's a possibility that maybe she could, like, find God, and suddenly all of her sins are wiped away. That's what Sienna May did. Like, Sienna May became religious, and now suddenly, I guess that, like, is like, oh, yeah. And I guess that's also what Zoe Laverne did, where she is with God, so that means just because she raped that 13-year-old, that sin is now wiped away forever. So...
to a very obnoxious degree.
I pray you give us your wisdom today. I pray you give us your strength, give us your guidance, give us your love, give us your peace. Help us just remember to keep you in front of all things that we do, Lord, no matter what it is. But I pray you...
God, please bring Hasan into my life and put a shot collar around my neck, and then I can, I don't know, cuck the shit out of whoever this religious gay guy is, I guess. I gotta stop doing that.
Give us the wisdom today.
I do love gay people, guys, like, for real, though. I'm making jokes, but I do love gay people, just to want to make that clear.
To make some awesome content. Content that's going to glorify you, God. Content that you would want us to post, that you want other people to see, Lord. Just please use us, please speak through us, both of us. Use our bodies, use our souls, Lord. Help us glorify you in all we do. You put us here for a reason. We know that. We understand that. Help us just full charge, take that head on, Lord, and give you all the glory each and every way, for each and every step of the way.
You know, maybe this strategy works. Maybe before I record these videos, I should pray to God and make myself feel better. Thank you, God, for allowing me to bully poor breadtubers and porn-addicted freaks.
That's crazy.
With this, I will spread your wisdom and help fix this broken YouTube ecosystem.
Porn addiction do be tough to go through. It is what it is.
After only living with this guy for a few months, they moved back to her home state of Idaho, where they began producing more vlogs on their channel, Brooke and Teal, which failed to take off. They did this to try and avoid the hate still ruminating from the dog drama, as the main channel videos kept getting mass disliked. But besides hate watchers, nobody really cared about these vlogs. Instead of ignoring this hate, Brooke, and especially her boyfriend Teal, chose to keep responding to it. They kept using their religion as a shield.
Yes, of course. Not only are they Nick is not green, where they basically turned their entire fucking personality into responding to the controversy, but they are also Dr. Witnesser, Nick is not green, it seems. Where they try to go for religion and maybe... Listen, I guess in order to stay relevant, maybe Brooke can go on to, like, Rumble and try to, like, convert random kids online into religion or something, or groom them into religion. Who fucking knows?
I mean that God forgave her, so you should too.
It's about spreading the love of Jesus. Because if you know Jesus, you have a relationship with our Creator, you understand love a little bit better, and how
yeah, and the love of Jesus also loves spreading slavery.
Conditional that is.
Maybe Brooke would like Asmongold. I don't know. Maybe that would be like a good match, assuming that Asmongold doesn't like say "fuck women."
And you believe in change. You believe in repenting. You believe in grace. You believe in growing from.
Also, is the same Doberman still in the back?
Mistakes. It completely changes.
Is that still Sphinx in the back? That's insane.
Is your perspective on life.
Now, I'm sure this is sound logic for a deeply religious Christian, but for other people, this strategy doesn't work. Especially when it comes to YouTubers. We are clearly the furthest thing from God. Most content creators who try super hard to seem wholesome and virtuous are probably just overcompensating for being massive assholes. Not me though, I'm just straight up an asshole. Just because someone says they've changed for the better, doesn't mean their audience will automatically believe them. It takes more than saying it. It takes demonstrating that over a decent length of time. Brooke, or Teal, haven't done anything to show she's improved. They've instead been trying to virtue signal. In September 20...
Yeah, I mean, that's literally, like, all of Brooke's, like, personality throughout her old vlogging channel and her new stuff has just, like, been virtue signaling. So, yeah.
In 2020, Brooke would make another attempt at doing an apology video, releasing an 80-minute long video titled The Full Dog Story 1 year later.
The Full Dog Story. Oh my god. Another response. Alright, let's hear some of it. I'm not watching all of it because we saw the footage. Like, how much more can she explain?
Later. I'm not gonna go through all of it, as it's her once again rambling on about random shit. Watching this at 2x speed still wasn't enough. I'd literally rather watch a Tommy Innit stand-up special.
That's fucking crazy. That sounds really painful. Tommy Innit stand-ups are pretty damn painful. I don't know, dude. I feel like I might take Brooke Houts over this one.
This video is only notable because Brooke finally apologizes for abusing her dog, and clarifies there's never been any other instances of her hitting Sphinx.
And I want to say that I am so sorry for the way that I treated my dog in that video. I want to apologize for my actions, and I want you to know that I take full accountability and full responsibility for what I did.
Yeah, 1 year later. Seems genuine.
It was completely wrong. It should have never happened in the first place. But I want you to know that it also never happened before that video. Things never escalated to that point, and it never happened after that video. That was a one-time occurrence that things escalated to that point.
Ah, yes. Just the one time that it so happened to leak within that footage. You know. Just one time It only happened once, and that's so happened to be the point of the footage that just happened to leak within the editing oversight. Seems believable. Not. Yeah, this is obviously bullshit. It happened more than once, and obviously she forgot to edit out the part where she abused the dog. And I, quite frankly, wouldn't doubt that she's probably still abusive to her Doberman if she keeps him, to be honest with you.
And what I mean by that is, of course, I've gotten frustrated or angry with my dog in the past. I've yelled at him. I've had moments of anger with my dog. But have I ever...
Well, what does that mean? When you yell at your dog, do you yell and then you also push your dog? Or it seems like you're still downplaying this. That's the vibe that I'm getting, truthfully. I just, like, don't believe her retelling of this.
Pushed him to the ground like that, slapped him, spit on him, which I'll explain later.
Oh, yeah, those are all abusive things that we did see on video. And it seems like it happened more than once. You said it only happened once, but it seems like it's more than once if that one footage just so happened to leak.
Ever done anything like that in my entire life? No. That has never happened before, and it never happened after that video either.
She then brings up her first apology video, owning up to how terrible it is, though she gives a really bizarre excuse. She claims the police instructed her to not publicly apologize for hitting Sphinx.
This is exactly what I wanted to do with you guys.
Why would the police instruct you to do that? It'd be one thing if a lawyer told you not to do something, but how would this even become a legal case with a lawyer necessarily? Maybe, I guess, like, if it was with a lawyer, maybe if the police were investigating her, that would be more believable. But the police instructing her not to say anything? That's so... I don't believe this at all. That doesn't make any sense to me.
On camera for the...
It's just like, none of this is believable whatsoever.
Past year of my life. And I felt like I could not do that because the police told me that I was not allowed to make a video saying that I was sorry.
That is such bullshit. I don't believe that at all. That is like absolute fucking... Like, what are you talking about, Brooke?
I was not allowed to apologize to you guys for what I did, and I was not allowed to apologize in general for what I did.
This to me sounds like a flimsy excuse. The police probably just told her to avoid talking about it publicly for her own well-being. And she ignored it, due to her incessant need to set the record straight. I don't think they were going to arrest her.
No, I just don't think that the police even, like, mentioned not talking about it at all. It just seems so not believable.
For making a shitty apology video. Though in this case, maybe they should've. The next hour of this video is Teal giving this long, dramatic...
Bro, he looks like such a fucking hillbilly you would find in a trailer park. Look at him. He's got the lumberjack look and everything. That facial hair is not doing him any favors.
Motivational speech, encouraging people to see the good side of Brooke. It again comes off as performative, almost like he's auditioning to become a televangelist.
Guys, if you cared about the situation and we cared about the dog, we cared about the situation Brooke was put in, we would want better for Brooke. We would want better for the dog that Brooke was in here. So let's not put someone down for doing that mistake that they've already said I was wrong for. That was a mistake. I'm forgiven for it. Let's not continue to tear them down, because where is that?
Dude, the Bible literally justifies slavery and genocide. Like, shut up. Like, it's just like, you're like, we would want Brooke to get better or whatever. There's like so many like bad things that the Bible justifies. It's like, shut up. Like, why would I care about anything this guy has to say?
Gonna get you. Where's it gonna get me? Where's it gonna get any of us? What power do we have? What judgment do we have? What say do you have when we die? We take our last breath. What say do you have about what Brooke Houts did to her dog? You tell me. And I'm getting so passionate, I get so energized.
I wouldn't doubt that the Bible also justifies doing horrific things to animals as well. I haven't, like, read those specific parts, but I honestly wouldn't doubt it. There's so much horrible shit that the Bible justifies that I would not put it past it to justify, like, abusing animals to some capacity.
I'm screaming right now, guys, because I feel this fire. I feel this fuel inside of me.
I feel this fire inside of me. I feel the fire of Jesus.
So many people need to hear this. Because so many people get wrapped up in this hate and this evil. And I'm not just talking about the Brooke situation. Look at our lives. Look at the world.
Trailer Park Theater Kid be like...
Right now. Look at America right now. Look at the evil.
Well, America right now is bad, but you thought in 2020 it was bad? Bro, America in 2026 is pretty rough. We're under a fascist dictatorship of Donald Trump, and things are kind of scary. It doesn't look that good.
The hate. Look at the sadness taking place in this world. Look around you right now. Look around you.
Now, despite what you'd think, things didn't get better from here. On January 14th, 2021, Brooke
Oh my god, again? Another response?
put out a video titled, "Where is Sphinx?", which was meant to quell recent concerns. Sphinx had stopped appearing in her more recent vlogs and wasn't showing up in any Instagram posts. So here she explains that she gave him away.
The biggest thing was finding a place where he would be safe and happy, where he would have enough room to run around, where he would be loved and cared for in the proper way by a new family. So we reached out to close family and friends, and we actually found a family that was a perfect match. We ended up going with a close friend who had a huge enclosed backyard, which was perfect for him to run around in and be safe in. We felt really good about that. They also have a big dog that he is now best friends with. It's the most amazing thing. It's honestly the perfect situation, such a godsend. They also have kids that are home all the time. They can watch over him, care for him, and they think that he's the coolest dog ever, which is really awesome. I also get text updates and photos of him sent to me all the time. I can go see him whenever I want, so it really ended up being perfect. I don't want anyone else to ever have to go through what we went through, so please, if you have a puppy, take the time to train them. That's a lesson that I had to learn the hard way, and I definitely have learned so many lessons over the 2 years that I had Sphinx.
Now there's actually multiple reasons why she gave him away. One is that the Homeowners Association wouldn't allow Sphinx's breed at her new home. Though another reason is that despite receiving professional training, Sphinx wasn't really improving. She even says that Sphinx attacked 4 other dogs, which is nuts.
There are some things that
I wouldn't doubt that, like, Sphinx probably, like, that's a result of maybe, like, Brooke's abuse, maybe. Because, like, I think it's a very common thing that, like, it's the same thing with, like, if in Russian families you see this a lot, where it's very normalized within Russian culture to, like, beat your kids and stuff, even to this day. That's why, like, when you see, like, I saw, like, on-the-ground footage of, like, fucking Russian Ukraine soldiers and whatever, and, like, Russian soldiers are, like, so nasty to each other. Like, they say, like, nasty shit to each other constantly, and I feel like it's just more, like, ingrained within the culture. And so, like, if you raise someone in, like, such a nasty way, they're gonna be nasty to other people. So, like, Brooke raising her dog in such a nasty way probably made Sphinx pretty nasty to other dogs. I don't know. Or maybe that's just me speculating. Maybe Sphinx was going to be nasty either way. I don't know. It could have been any number of things.
We just could not break him out of through training that became very problematic, unpredictable, and uncontrollable. And this is something we never could have predicted. I never saw this coming, but since moving from LA to where we live now, Sphinx attacked 4 dogs. Luckily, everyone was very, very nice. Every dog and owner that we came into contact with in that unfortunate way were very, very nice and understanding about the situation. We are so grateful for that, because if anything could have gone wrong, if someone would have pressed charges or sued us, Sphinx could have been put down and we could have lost basically everything.
Okay, Sphinx attacking 1 dog? That's a bit crazy. It happening twice? That's more than concerning. It happening 3 separate times? Then you have to be the worst dog owner in the world. By that happening...
Maybe. I mean, I feel like it could just be, like, at that point, if the dog has, like, a history of attacking other dogs, like, you definitely should do something about it.
4 times, you need to have your skull checked, because there might be some holes in it from trepanation. On a different note...
Jesus Christ, Rob's Media, oh my god.
I think we found a new dog to play Cujo if Hollywood decides to remake it.
Oh my god. Maybe Kaya could be Cujo and she could have, like, electrocuting powers.
Following this video, there seems to have not been any other notable uploads.
Except instead of the movie being named Cujo, it's Kaya, the Thunder Striker, or some shit like that. I don't know, that's like a corny name. I don't know, I'll work on it.
Brooke would end up deleting both her channels in October 2023, finally realizing that, outside Sphinx, nobody really cared about her content. Honestly, I consider this a happy ending for everyone. Sphinx is in a better home, Brooke is probably working a normal job now, and we won't ever have to suffer through any more of her dog shit videos. Or her dog shit acting either.
Hey, what's up?
What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? This is my boyfriend's party.
You didn't tell me you were dating this dude?
You didn't want to know. I thought I was just your side chick.
Yeah, but if he's homies with my homie, that calls for a heads up. A simple fucking text. By the way, you're fucking your homie's homeboy's girl. Oh, you got me so fucked up.
Okay, just calm down. We got this.
Well, that was certainly a throwback and a half. Thank you so much, Rob's Media, for the more slop to consume. We were running out a little bit.